Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the Cardano family. Appreciate all the love that you guys show. Happy September wherever you are around the world. Obviously, the start of the month is starting off on a little bit of a negative note. One thing we need to factor in, it is a long weekend here in North America, something that, we don't want to neglect when we're analyzing the prices of, the broader market. But, if you watch my updates last night, we noticed as soon as we went past midnight, enter the month of September, we saw this wick for Bitcoin up to $110,000 almost. And even though that was great, I did indicate in my update nothing to be getting overly excited about just yet because of the fact that Bitcoin is not at the levels we want to see. And as we are going further into the day, we have seen Bitcoin tumbling back towards the downside. So right now, you want to be paying very, very close attention to Bitcoin. That is something that, we don't really want to ignore. But Cardano is down about 4.6% on the daily time frame. On the weekly time frame, we're looking at a decrease of about 5.7%. Looking at the price right now, 79.2 cents, down 3.7% in Bitcoin. Comparative, if you're looking at the valuation, almost $29 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume is at about $1.7 billion. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So take a look at what's happening with the dominance index. Literally 24 hours ago, we were sitting at 57.78%. And we have seen the dominance go up literally almost 1% over the course of the last 24 hours, which sums up why we're seeing, a lot of altcoins over the last 24 hours down about anywhere from 5 to even 13%, depending on which coin you're looking at. And that is a huge factor behind that retracement. But coming back to the king of the market, Bitcoin, you can see this for yourself, guys. It's easy to kind of sum it up. If you've been following the channel on a regular day-to-day basis, I've pretty much kept it quite simple to understand. If it's below 115,000, the door is open for us to retest the downwards trajectory. The 23.6 support line was something we talked about constantly. And even when you look at that, we actually got retested 2 different times in the month of August. And, look at this fake out. This is the fake out I'm talking about. We went up to almost $110,000. So a big push for Bitcoin. And guys, clear manipulation here, about an almost 2.5% increase for BTC, but pretty much that was a clear fake out because the price of Bitcoin is finding itself back down to these key range, and we're currently sitting at $107,560. So maybe in the next few hours to come, we do retest the neckline. But if we drop below it, as of now, this has been playing as a support, as to be expected, a very, very key level that, we are aware of on the channel. But hopefully we stay above the 23.6. If we're unable to do that, maybe we do see a flush down to, 105,000. That would be the next key support, but potentially making our way down to even below 100K. Maybe this flush, the sooner it happens, the better it is, as I've stated to you guys before, because I think the rate cut's going to happen this year. And I think if we see this flush now, we're going to start, making our way back towards the upside much quicker than a lot of people realize. But right now, obviously, we need to keep in mind what Bitcoin is doing, and it's by no means at the levels where we want to see. So projection for downside is still in play. So obviously, if we keep the support at the 23.6, is great. If not, be prepared for us to retest some of these lower levels. But if you're looking at Cardano right now, Cardano's price, again, if you're looking at it from the bigger time frame, you can see we're still hovering, like pretty much, we're still been hovering within the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level. And as of now, again, let's give it a refresh live. I don't know why it's glitching on for us. Yeah, there we go. So if you're looking at Cardano on the daily time frame, you can literally see higher high, higher low. Still not invalidated. This gets invalidated once we drop below it. That's when we get invalidated for this upwards trend. But as of now, so far, so good. And let's kind of see, the original retracement on from July. We saw a retracement of about 26.84%, and we saw as of now 22%. So we could still come down if we were to replicate, what we saw in the previous setup. we would come down to 72.6 cents. That still could be in play and we should be good. As long as we don't fall below the 69.23 cents price point, we are still in this upward trend. So you remember, Cardano is going to react with the broader market. If you think Cardano is going to become a stable coin against the market, absolutely not. You're going to see ADA reacting to this, but we cannot forget this setup is still intact. If you want to put this into perspective, you're still up about 50% if you picked it up, obviously, back in June. Obviously, we're not at the levels where we want to see. I would love to see the price of ADA try to push back above 85.6 cents, which I have no doubts in ADA doing. That itself is a move of about 9%, but we also need to keep in mind what has happened with the crypto markets over the course of the last 24 hours alone. As of now, we were literally hanging around above that key range just on August 29th, and then after that, we have kind of tumbled down. Obviously, right now we do have significant amount of support even where we are. Maybe we do push down to the likes of 76.5 cents. We got to keep that factor in mind. But do let me know in the comments down below what you guys personally think. Where do you see the price of ADA going? What are your projections? Let me know in the comments. And, love you all. See you later from Crypto ZX and peace.